Hello, everyone. Today is February 20th, 2025. This is our biweekly SCD community meeting. Thank you, everyone, for attending. All right, let's go through our agenda today. All right. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm very sorry. I'll use my laptop because. All right, let me represent the agenda here. Okay, Sylvia, go ahead.
So I just want to call attention to the documentation gaps remaining for 3.6. Now we have released 3.60. So we need to start really thinking about the documentation. So one gap I can think of is there's no downgrade instructions yet in the website. So I can work on that. Anyone else know about any other documentation gaps for 3.6?
Yeah, I believe we have an issue to track all the documents for the 326. I believe downgrade is just one of the topic. Then we copy the link and send the link in the chat. I think the James is in the meeting. I sent a 0 in the chat.
Let's see. The meeting chat, right? Let me.
Yeah. In the Zoom chat.
Okay, cool.
Got it.
Yeah, downgrade is one of the topic. I think we need a guide to for the upgrade for the user to upgrade from 3.5 to 3.6. We have a detailed list. What's the user need to pay attention when they upgrade the cluster?
All right.
We also mentioned some performance improvements. So anyway, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of gap. Downgrade is just one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for reminding us of all the gaps. But yeah, downgrade specifically. Anything else other than the instruction of the downgrade? I think that's the only thing we have for the previous versions. I don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything. Merrick, do you know?
No, I think.
Yeah, probably just that then. And actually, Benjamin, let me put your as a single topic. I think do we need people's help on the documentation gaps for 3.6 or are we?
Yeah. The James is the owner of the documentation, so I leave it to the James to coordinate the effort.
Okay. Yeah, James is not here. We could check with him and then see if any help needed in there.
Okay. Yeah.
But I guess anyone who is interested in helping, you can reach out to James and see if there is. I'm sure he would be happy to take any help. Even like I think the PR and the review, and let us know what are the things that you need but it's not there, are all good contributions. And is there? Well, we don't have a deadline, right, for documentation. We'll just
yeah, there's no deadline, but I would like to, we can have the documentation ready before we officially release 3.6, before the KubeCon London. Yeah. If we cannot finish that, probably a little later is also okay.
I'll put a target date as early April.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
And then let's try to get there. All right. Thank you. Yeah, ping us if you're interested. Yeah, I have two topics here very quickly. First of all, it's the time of the year where we write the annual report. So I started the draft. Please take a look. And thanks, Sue, Merrick, and Benjamin for reviewing. So yeah, please continue to help me to review these talks before I submit it. And Benjamin, the work group SD operator, is the annual report taken care of?
Yeah, we have that. We have separate annual report already merged. Yeah, it's already merged. Let me send a link to you. 1 second.
Okay. Thanks. All right. And then the next one is KubeCon Japan. James, Henry, and I are going to submit a maintainer track talk. Let us know if you will be there. And you have been contributing to SD, and we're happy to include you in the maintainer track talk as well. And then the KubeCon Hong Kong, currently no one is, I don't know if anyone is submitting a maintainer track talk yet.
No, yet probably, I'm not sure. Probably I will go Hong Kong. Probably it's not finalized yet. Probably.
Yeah, I might go too, because I might be, if I'm in Japan, I might just go. So yeah, may go. But yeah, still the maintainer track talk is still an open opportunity if anybody is interested in taking it. Usually it got accepted easily. So let us know. Anything? Oh, okay, that's it for me. Ivan.
So we have this. So I created this issue because I was about to delete. So I migrated the release tests from GitHub Workflows to the Pro Infra. It's working, and then but the problem is that in the GitHub workflow we have, in the release test, we have also embedded some tests using Trivy for the images that we're building. So I created this issue explaining, so I initially just created a pull request deleting those, and then I had some discussion with Benjamin about what should we do. And then, so I started this issue to formalize a little bit more why I believe it's not the best idea to run the Trivy scan as we're doing it. So Benjamin replied last week saying that please proceed based on your best judgment. However, I wanted to see if we can see, so it's like just James, Benjamin, and I that have been involved in this issue. So I don't know, I wanted to see if someone else has an opinion on this. So we have like more people speaking up. I also tagged Arca, that I know that he initially did this. So it will be great to hear from him, or I don't know if no one else comments. So I think we're gonna proceed with whatever James and I were thinking, but it will be great to hear more from more people. So that's what I placed this issue there. So if you have time, please check, review, and give a comment if you have.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, from my perspective, eventually we should have a scanning tool to scan our final deliverable. The image is final deliverable. Yeah, I think it's definitely necessary to have a training or something alternative to tool to scan the image.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
but on the other hand, we haven't found any CVE use that tool. All these CVE are detected by the Go check. So it's probably we need to try to enhance this situation.
yes, absolutely. And so actually, if you right now scan our latest, so for example, the latest 3 point, I think it's 35 release. So it definitely, so Trivi definitely complains that there's open CVEs, and that's basically, so that was my point, that Government Check is a little bit more, it's a little bit better, because basically Trivi just sees the CVE and just complains. Government Check checks that you're actually using a dependency that has a CVE, but you're not, so you're referencing it, but you're not actively using that vulnerable part in your code. But yes, I definitely agree that scanning the deliverables is a good idea, but maybe we should also start scanning the latest images that we have delivered. So we see sooner, like people using the Trivi scan are gonna complain because we have a vulnerability, so a reported vulnerability, even though, again, it's not directly affecting. So I think that's why we could improve those workflows. But yeah, I feel like definitely the value of scanning the bleeding edge is like, it's very low because it's never gonna trigger anything, because the CVEs initially have an unknown status, and so this is never gonna trigger a failure.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I think we run the scanning periodically, probably can improve the situation, right?
Yep. Cool. So yeah, if you guys, someone is interested in giving their voice to this issue, it will be great. And again, if not, then we'll proceed with what we explained soon. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for looking into this. This is super important. I would say we should probably check the protocol of Kubernetes, how they scan the CVE security. Merrick and Suen, do you guys know? Yeah, if not, I'll ask around and comment in the chat or in the issue. Ivan.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll appreciate that.
Merrick, were you going
No,
to say
I
something?
don't think, I don't know. I assume it, or I don't know if they're scanning more. Like the most of the, if the images are just distroless, so I think they are just scanning the libraries. But yeah, it would be good to get confirmation from
Yeah.
Infra.
Thank you. All right. Benjamin.
Yeah, I added one more item. You know, we probably this is the last feature. This is the last change on the feature downgrade change in the last minute after we already released candidate 0.0 version. You know, previously we have downgrade feature, but you know, when the user enable the downgrades, afterwards the LCD will automatically to migrate the schema to the low version. And after that, user needs to manually or whatever programming to downgrade each member one by one to downgrade the low binary. But if the user upgrades immediately, then the downgrades we have automatically downgrade cancel routine to check the version. If the version meets the downgrade target version, then you will cancel the downgrades. But if the user upgrade again, then probably the downgrade status will keep unchanged, always keep unchanged. So this is an issue. So we are going to add an interface for user to acquire the downgrade status, whether or not the downgrade had already complete or not complete. And then user can proceed based on the query results. So this is a final feature change. Probably, I believe it's a minor change. Yeah, you know, previously I was requesting add a separate command, separate API or command line tool. But it seems that we just extended the existing endpoint status command. Endpoint status API is good, yeah, looks good. So we don't need to add a separate command. We just need to use the etcd-ctl endpoint status to return more status, including the downgrade status. I think is good, yeah. I think it's also in the meeting. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So we don't need to add a separate command line tool. We just use the existing endpoint status.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So, you know, the high level, I believe high level the PR looks good. So I'm going to review the PR tonight. Probably I will approve, or if I have any comment, I will discuss with you. So I would like to get this PR merged as soon as possible. So we are going to release 3.6.0 release candidate.1 probably next week. So probably this is another discussion for Ivan. So we're going to release one more release candidate version next week.
Okay, so I'll start I didn't check. So yeah, I have a big backlog of things. I'll start the release ticket.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
All right, anything else? All right, if not, I guess we can call it down for today. And Benjamin and Merrick, if you guys want to meet earlier, and we can start our next meeting. All right, thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, see you next time.